Vaheguru, 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 Vaheguru.
I have been told many times that the purpose of covering your head is to show respect, or that we are to do that because Guru Gobind Singh Ji has left us his form to follow. Is there any motivator for why I would want to cover my head at all times? Okay. So the covering of our head is a very old tradition. In fact, if you look at Moses, when he met the burning bush, he was told by God, as far as the Old Testament says, to take off his shoes and cover his head, right? And in Sikhi, it's always been the case that Sikh would cover their head when they do part, right? Obviously, until Guru Gobind Singh Ji, we didn't have a specific form that was given to us with a turban, but Sikhs, when they would read part, would cover their head. And many Sikhs would wear turbans. Babuda Ji used to wear a turban, okay? The Gurus would wear turbans, okay? So it wasn't the case that turbans were out of fashion, it's just that Guruji made it mandatory, especially for the Singhs, to wear a turban, right? Now, when it comes to the covering your head to show respect, I'd say that if your aim as a Sikh is to do Naam all the time, and also to be prepared all the time to do Naam, then cover your head at all times, right? Because what you're going to walk down the street and start saying, why are you going to go, oh, I wish I had something to cover my head, you know? Really, if you like saying God's name and you enjoy it, then it's a good thing to cover your head at all times, because it would help you to be able to say that. Now, when it comes to respect or whatever, to be honest, there's some things we don't quite know. It's kind of like, yes, we have a dasam dwar, but we don't know how it works. You feel the bliss, but you don't know how it works. It's like an iPhone, yeah? I don't know how the iPhone works. I haven't got a clue. But I know that if I press the buttons on there and I press dial, it connects me, right? So there's some information that we're not aware of because we're not at that level, yeah? Or I'm not at that level. So therefore, what I do is I trust my Guru, yeah? So my Guru Sahib says, Sir Kajge. And in fact, the Sikh Rathmana says the same thing, that we should cover our head. So now, if Guru is saying it, the Rathmana is saying it, why would a Sikh worry so much about why? A Sikh is like, he's trying to make the science work. This is part of the science, you just do it. Mara says, Hukam maniye hoye parvan. Thakas me ka mahal paisi. So Mara says that if you accept the hukam of Guru Sahib and you follow it, tan man tan karke, yeah? That means your body, if you submit your body to Guru's hukam and then you carry on, then you will find it. So sometimes it's about taking the ego out of the way, yeah? Your ego says, I want to know why. Bani says, just do it. Now when it's something as small as covering your head, that doesn't need much explanation. We might not know why it works, but maybe it's helpful. Maybe Guru Sahib is not actually against us, he's not our enemy, but actually our friend, trying to give us the best advice. And that's how I look upon it. It's just good advice from our Guru. We might not know why it works, okay? So yes, we should cover our head. And that's why I would say that a motivator for me to cover my head is because I want to be able to walk into a Gurdwara anytime I want without worrying about Rumal, yeah? Secondly, I want to be able to do part whenever I want without looking for a Rumal. Many times I've sat with people in the car or somewhere else, we're going somewhere side time, and they're like, oh, I need a Rumal. Or, luckily, I've always got something on my head that's covering my head, yeah? And that's for me, it's like one less thing to worry about. So I think that's my Guru's gift upon me, that whenever I want, I can just start doing my part, yeah? Or do my Simran. So, Mara's Kirpa. I like to cover my head, it's up to you if you want to or not. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.